Tool 27. When there is no root helper verb and no subject, the word that looks like a root verb might be a root verbal, or RVbl. Now we've already learned about CVbls. This is telling us about RVbls. So write this one down and I'll show you some examples. Okay, so what is an RVbl? Well, again, a verbal or VBL is something that looks like a verb but does not act like a verb in that sentence. So let's see a few examples of this. First one, hate is the opposite of love. Well, you may say that hate is a verb. I can hate someone, right? But in this case, hate is the subject of the sentence. Okay, is the verb of the sentence, right? And we've also got a prepositional phrase here, don't forget. And so in this case, hate, our subject, is a verbal. And what kind of verbal? It's a root verbal, RVbl, because it doesn't have any ending on it. Right? It's not hating, it's not hated, it's just hate. Okay. I want to go to the concert. Well, I is the subject here. What do? I want. Okay. And now we've got a preposition, to go. And then we've got to the concert. So we've got two prepositional phrases here. And the first one, go, we know is a verb. I go, I can go, right? And so again, in this case, the P is to, the preposition is to, the OP is go, or that OP is also an RVbl, root verbal, okay? So go here is an object of the preposition. It's also a root verbal. In other words, go we know is a verb, but it's not acting like a verb in this sentence. It's a verbal. And what kind of verbal is it? It has no ending. It's not going, so it's not a CVbl. It's just plain go, so it's an RVbl. Okay. This, by the way, this construction, to go, to, plus in RVbl, this is also what we call an infinitive, okay, in English. So, to go, or to love, or to write, or to eat, okay? Anything to plus a verb, plus a root verb, or root verbal in this case, to plus the RVbl, that's what we would call an infinitive. And so, if you like, you can either label this as P and then OP slash RVbl, or that's one way to label it. Separate these out. Or the other way to label it is just to say to love is an INF, infinitive. Okay. This is sort of shorthand. INF is shorthand for P plus preposition plus an RVbl. So that's two ways to label what's called an infinitive in English.